Welcome back to StoneBlock, and I have been doing a couple of things. First of all, I was considering doing a ring of these sieves and just see whether that would propagate around, but I think we're just going to go straight to auto sieving if I can do. I did do a couple of things. One, I made another cobblestone generator, one to just make cobblestone, the other one feeding into this hopper, feeding into the crucible. And you'll see underneath the crucible I've replaced the lava with what I said last episode, which was to make a Yellorium block from sieving stuff, making then just smelting it up, putting it into a block, and that is much better. In fact, we have a look now. If I just move this portable tank I just made, that needs iron, copper, and redstone. You'll see that's much faster now. And in fact, I almost don't even need the tank, but that's more portable. So obviously this won't go with us if we remove it. But more importantly, it's not made on top of a liquid block that will destroy everything if you drop anything into it. So, on the whole, it's sort of nice. I also crafted another room, just the same as the ones we've already got. Sort of nice doorways and everything like that. And we'll probably go all 4 directions and change the uses of these rooms as we go forward. So, to get started, I'm going to want to get to a auto sifter. Don't want to do this manually, so we're going to need a couple of hoppers, some pistons, a stone axle, which is just stone gears and stone sticks, some more stone gears, etc. So I made a couple of pistons and the axle in advance, and we just actually need a couple more pieces of iron even. There we go, and some chests. So let's make a couple of chests. 1, 2. Whoops, there we go. Well, we get mini chests. Oh, and speaking of mini stuff, if you make charcoal, you can put it into a crafting grid and get mini charcoal. That'll be quite useful. Also, in fact, coal will do the same thing. So let's make a couple of hoppers. Was it hoppers? It was hoppers. Just so I don't waste the iron. And we get an auto sifter. Okay, now I guess we're going to have to see what we need to do with this. Let's put it down here. So rotational power. Oh dear. That probably means this by itself is not going to be enough. Okay, but we've got the building blocks of this, and as long as I can pick it back up again. Yes, I can. Good. I suspect I'm going to need to. We're probably going to have to put it, up here or something like that, and then feed down into a hopper or something along those lines. But looks from the model like we're going to need to dump stuff into it and then start rotating on this bit. Okay, so ex nihilo creatio, or I'm not sure even how you're supposed to really pronounce that, ex ni, gets us the various different things. So we can get a compressor going. So that will let us compress our stone and everything else. How on earth do we power this? Mechanical crafter, mechanical miner, mechanical user. That seems more promising. But before we get to that, I had a bit of a look up and a bit of a different idea. In fact, I'm going to need some more iron, aren't I, for this? Not to start with, but certainly to continue I am. Okay, let's get this started anyway. I was considering making a bonsai pot, and this will let us it will let us make a tree sort of, well, not a farm, but a tree area where it can grow in much less room than that entire room will actually take up. So I'm just going to make up some bricks now. The one I really want is the hopping bonsai pot, which decants stuff into the into an inventory beneath it. That needs another hopper, so I'm going to need some more iron for that. I do have enough for one more piece of iron, but that's not enough for a hopper. So now pretty much the most efficient is to go via sieves. So if I go via the iron reinforced or iron stiffened mesh and put gravel through here, you'll see on my toolbar at the bottom we're getting iron as well, but we're also getting other pieces, little bits and pieces. Also what we can get from, in fact, is that iron, that's copper, that's iron. We're also getting emeralds and diamonds from this, and we're going to need the diamonds, particularly for an auto hammerer, to be able to convert this stuff down. So that is going to be very useful. And we've got 14 there, so 14, and then if I just grab this, it'll be 20. That'll give me 5 pieces of iron, which is all we need for this. Let's just put those in here. Grab this. This needs a piece of dirt, but we've already got a piece of dirt in here, so let me just grab you. And we'll get this going as well. So that's one piece. Let me just make the bonsai pot first. Not sure why it keeps inserting stuff into that. Bonsai pot, there we go. And we do actually want the hopping version, so I'm just going to make a chest. There we go. And are you finished? I'm out of... can we make mini coal? Can tiny coal even, not mini coal. I was looking for mini last episode. No wonder I couldn't find it. In any case, two out of here and 3 out of there. And we'll get the hopper. So make the hopper up. Grab that. Make the bonsai pot up. Grab that. And then we are going to need another chest as well. I thought I had 8 planks there. Never mind. I certainly do now. Okay, 1 chest, 1 hopping bonsai pot. We don't even need the full room at this point. I guess I can fill that floor in. Yeah. And let's just assume that this is our resource area for the moment. So if I put a chest down, put our hopping bonsai pot on top, we're going to need to fill it in a little bit. I think we need to put dirt in it to start off with. We've got no sapling, but not necessarily dirt. So do I have any... Well, let's just get a couple of stacks of this and convert them over into compressed. And from compressed, we'll go straight into gravel and dirt. Promise won't take very long. Especially not when we can do it this way. 1, 2. And of course, we'll get to auto hammering as soon as we possibly can. And this may well replace me even needing to try and grow this thing later. Because if we're already able to make that, and one of the drops is going to be... there we go, got some dirt. If one of the drops is going to be... Ooh, you can even see it growing. One of the drops is going to be apple. Oh, look at that! It's amazing! I've not played this mod before, but that's actually cool. I like that. Obviously, it's only a 3-dimensional scaling, but, you know... It's a bonsai pot. What do you want out of it? Will it automatically, however, decant, or do I need to... It does say in the mod description, I need to hit this thing with an axe, right-click it, and it will then decant. But this is the upgraded version, so will it do it automatically? It will. It will. Good. Grow a bonsai tree. And we get leaves and wood. I'm hopeful that it will actually drop some sort of apples. That's the word I was looking for. Apples in there. And we'll get some food out of that pretty straightforwardly. But in any case, it will just automatically grow trees. That's cute. I don't know who came up with this idea. I don't know who the mod author is, but thanks, whoever you are. That's great. And yes, I'm being a little bit stupid. Why don't we put this in the hopping bonsai instead of the oak? And will you grow? You will grow, so it'll go for apple saplings, so it should make apples in here as well. Okay, so looking here what Ex Nihilo Creatio lets us do, there is a water wheel, so I'm going to try that first before we get to something like a mechanical user of some kind. And let's see if water wheels actually work. Let's just grab some water, and we'll see how well this needs to be constructed. So I'm going to need a few things, aren't I? If I just knock out a couple of blocks... and ideally, I don't know how big this water wheel is, but we'll just use this, you know, this room for in here. Let's see if it's 3 by 3 first of all. Let's pop out here, just so I don't want to get water everywhere. How big are you? You are 3 by 3. So if I just have, let's just get that out of the way. Do I have another torch? I don't. Okay. So let's put a block back temporarily then. And in fact, let's put both back, and will that start this turning? It will. Good. Effective rotation minus 0.5. Does it matter which way you rotate? Well, let's give this a go. Put something that way. Okay, 0.5. Don't suppose it matters which way, but, you know, we'll see. Then we're just going to put an axle in between here. And it's not turning yet. Although, it depends which way around this is allowed to go. But we'll see. And then that on the end. Well, that's the wrong way around, isn't it? Okay. Can we change this around with shift clicking? What is that? Add block to exceptions. No. Okay, so we have to build that backwards then? Okay. Well, we can do that. Whoops. So let's just get this going this way. Oh, let's use the proper tool. And let's just remove this wall then. Put a temporary block in at the bottom. And let's get it down that way. And now, hopefully, I'm just running, hopefully I don't need a clutch, but let's give this a go. Let's give this a go. Can I connect you with this? Or do I have to... do I have to connect it up directly? That's annoying. Well, in that case, let's just try putting it directly. Will you work that way? If I back up a little bit. Well, that looks like it should work, but it's not. So clearly I'm missing another piece out of here somewhere. Okay, it does require specific placement of the water wheel, so I've just reversed that so that the larger end, which I assume it means is the end of that, you can't actually extend from it, presumably. We get to a smaller end on this side, and then from there you can put a shaft down facing that way, and then hopefully from there you can then... Yep, so we've then got rotation going on here. And that's pretty good. We've got stored rotational power. I think that will then sift any sort of sieves put on top of it. So we maybe one too high, but let's just actually try. This sieve does actually work where it is, but let's just grab you. And because we can always replace things now that I know which way the water wheel actually works. We'll just put it in the middle of the room and connect it with stone axles, assuming that there's no penalty for those. Okay, so that's literally shaking this backwards and forwards. Okay, and then actually we can just stick whatever mesh we like in it. Yep, iron stiffened mesh. And if I just put some dust in there, it should just sieve, and then hopefully we'll get some output. Can't really see there, can we? Let's just get, because dust can not have any progress. Okay, it is progressing, just not very fast. There it goes. 30. That's not very fast. So we may... I wonder whether we can actually stack multiple of these. Yeah, it's the rotational power, isn't it? So as soon as it's 100 maybe, does that actually do a progress? Yeah, looks like it, doesn't it? Okay, so I think what I may well try and do is put a second water wheel here. And if we just knock these various blocks out of the way. Let's try that. So we need a second water wheel. Let's see if that speeds things up. Well, they're all the same speed, but hopefully it'll apply more torque and gives that more power. So a water wheel. Do I have another axle? Yeah, I could probably make another axle. I can make two. So let's just make two. And then make another water wheel. I'm going to need to dig one for the back, but that's not a problem. Let's just get... In fact, oops. Helps if we use the right tool again. Okay, and... Alright, those are sinking up, but it's not got an actual bucket of water up there yet, so let's actually make sure that is as we would expect. Grab a bucket of water. And head back. And drop that up there. Are you now synced? You're not? Maybe we should connect those with an axle and keep this water separate. Yeah, in any case, even if they are rotating slower, hopefully that should actually speed this thing up. So, it's not terribly faster, is it? But it is automatic. That is the progress. Oh, well, actually, there's no progress because it's got nothing in it. Let's try it with something in it. Okay. So 10. That's too slow. I'm going to need to speed that up. So I think what we're going to do is move those water wheels down by one, and then we're going to create axles heading off into the room, and then underneath here, I sort of want either these tables at sort of this floor height or maybe one above. It depends where they drop their contents to once they're finished. So that's 60. Should be 70 now, yeah. Let me see where they drop the contents to, and then I'll rebuild this stuff over here. And I clearly wasn't paying attention to the tooltips because they were telling me what was actually going on. You see where it says effective rotation? Yeah, so each one of these is adding to the one before. So it's not really a direct axle. There's some mechanism in there that's going on. Otherwise, these would all rotate at the same speed if it was all the same axle driving them. So yeah, it's sort of multiplying the, well, not multiplying, adding the effect of each one. So you'll see now I've got this sieving. And underneath there is a hopper pointing right at this auto sifter, and the sieve is on top, and then it just basically ejects stuff into the world around us. Unfortunately, it's not particularly kind, and putting it into, well, I can't put it into this chest really, can it? Because then that's that would just go straight back through. Well, I suppose well, they go into the hopper certainly. But they wouldn't go any further than the hopper, but that would jam stuff up, and we don't want that. So we're going to have to think about some kind of vacuum hopper. I don't think we can do a vacuum hopper just yet, however, because it is it requires ender pearls and stuff like that. We've got to get to those. So what I think I'm going to do, I just crafted a bit more stone just to seal this back in, and so we get the idea. We're going to be putting water along there wherever it's needed. It's going to spread one block at least, so you know we'll be able to put it up there and then use this to multiply. So if we just grab those for a second, and we can seal this back off, aside from where I need to get to, that should be fine. Okay, and we can design a door for that later. So I need to think about how we actually deal with this sifting stuff. So I think I'm going to craft some more water wheels, and I'm not sure if there's a limit to how many of those we can actually do. So water wheels, we're going to need stone axles. I've got 5 already, and the rest is just sticks and planks, of which I have a fair amount. Okay, 5 water wheels, and I'll just get a top up of water, and let's see if we can make this thing run a little bit faster, shall we? So one there. That should start turning. Then I'm going to put some more water there. And then let's just stack these up. Probably our last water should go here. So you'll see they're turning faster and faster as we get further along here. 1.5, 2.5, 3. It's a linear thing, but it seems to work. And I'm going to go and craft more. I'm going to need more axles, which thankfully just needs more stone. So these axles are the stone gears, and I'm just going to craft a full stack of them because why not? And it's effectively free now. So I'm going to get 4 stacks of these. We're going to need a lot more stone rods than we are the gears, so may as well make some axles. 20 axles. Not that I'll be doing that many, I don't think. How many of these can we actually make? 1 water wheel. I think I'm going to need more than that to speed this thing up. So why don't I... Ooh, actually, I did replace the... I'm not sure if I told you this, but I replaced the chest with this, which then gives me things like just an apple here and there, and that's it's pretty good. We then get 60 oak wood, oak leaves, sticks, etc. It can also drop saplings, but I don't have another connected thing to collect saplings. But I just definitely want this food, and it's all right like that, but it's much better like this. It turns into cooked apple, and cooked apple is really good for food. You see just how much saturation we gain there if we actually use it. I'm not using it up at the moment, but you get the idea. So that is an auto sifting system, although it dumps that into the room. I'd almost prefer right-hand angled bends on like a gearbox or something like that to really keep this power under the floor. I prefer it to be one lower, but then putting one lower, then everything else will be lower as well, including the hopper and the chest. So yeah, you take your chances. However, we can then just collect these, all of them, and I hope they will all attach to the same. Where's my sieves? To the same thing. Put this one here. Yep. The whole thing attaches, and then we can put the. So odd that the animation of the whole block is moving in Minecraft. However, the whole thing is just now, yeah. It's basically sieving. There we go. So we'll keep that lit up at all times. And I'm going to go and build some more water wheels, I think, which needs me to get more wood. But we are growing that. I've got 30 already. So why don't I convert that over into planks? And we've already got plenty of sticks, so let's just convert some of those into sticks. Water wheels. 19, 20 water wheels? Yeah, it's all free resources, so let me just put the floor back down. Not that I'm going to put 20 water wheels back there, but let me increase the speed a little bit, and let's see how we get. Off camera, of course. So when I said I wasn't going to use those 27 water wheels, yeah, I may have decided to. Effective rotation is 13.5, so that's 27 water wheels in a line. And we're getting, well, it doesn't show at the moment, but let's just try putting stuff into here and let's see what happens. So 6 sand. Let's see how fast it gets through those. Okay, that's much, much faster. Yeah, so it's pretty much as fast as I can, well, as I'm clicking. Maybe I need some more for that, but I'm not sure. What do you think? This may be a bit insane. I'm not sure if there's a limit, but you know, it's not, doesn't take many resources to make, and the resources are free. So, well, yeah, not sure yet. So let's just seal those things off. This is all just magical power at the moment, and we can leave that alone. So we've got auto sieving going on, and to do that, I guess I can just dump a bunch of dust in here, and that's just going to process and go everywhere. Which is why we're going to need the whole vacuum hoppers. Now, I did look for vacuum hopper, and it is, unfortunately, something that we don't really have access to. Because we can make a blaze powder, but I don't think we can make this without a mob farm. Unless there's any other way for me to get this stuff. No. Definitely none of those. There isn't a sieving recipe for any of these. How about for an ender fragment? Nope. And a philosopher's stone, we're definitely not there. Let me see if there's any other way of getting vacuum effect. Let's see. We're just getting stuff all over the place. Not that I mind. But yeah, I need some way of collecting it. 1 second. And because I did mention it, I've made a Quartz Grindstone and a wooden crank. Both of those are straightforward sort of things. So if we want some gold, for example, we're just going to make that into the chunks. Put the chunks in here. You'll see I've already got some stuff for copper. And you simply hold down the right click button and walk away really for a while. This is early game ore doubling. And on the other side of it, you should get, for example, pulverized copper, put that into your furnace, and then of course you get double the number of ingots out. We're not going to want to do that for any length of time whatsoever, but early game to do iron or something like that, it is worth at least doubling it. Straightforward recipe to make. You're probably aware of this if you Quartz Grindstone, just a wood gear and some Certus quartz and some stone, and that's just sticks as the handle, so you can just hold that down and go for a walk for a while. Okay, so achievement collect the infinite. Yeah, I've upgraded this now. It's now 3x3. I haven't filled in all these with the meshes yet, but I did get 4 diamonds. So I put the first sort of diamond mesh in here, and hopefully that will then, you know, let us solve things. Ooh, what do you get? Grains of infinity. What do we get with grains of infinity? That sounds amazing. Grains, that's in capitals. Grains of infinity, what are you used for? You're used 4 grains of infinity seeds. Okay, very good. Simple photovoltaic cells. Okay, so that's disappointing. I thought they were amazing. They just look like they're just a regular sort of ingredient. We get capacitors out of them, casting. We can get an infinity bimetal gear out of that, I guess. Yeah, we get the infinity enchantment. Okay, fair enough. And infinity dust. Dangerous. When grains of infinity are ground to very fine dust, dust that's developed property of the infinite bedrock it was made from. Released into the air, it forms a volatile dust cloud. It has a chance of spawning Enderman and other monsters. Interesting. And other monsters. I'm not sure I want to actually spawn other monsters right now. So, as you can see, this chest has been filling up quite quickly. And we've now got another 4 diamonds. So... more to the point that because I can just make gravel really quickly from this, I want to get rid of this compressed stone hammer, and that I think we can make a hammerer to do that. There's also an auto compressed hammer, but that requires a compressed diamond hammer, which requires 9 diamond hammers, just like the stone one does. So let's actually stick to the normal auto hammerer for now. So it's going to need 2, 4, and then so 10 pieces of iron, 2 diamonds, and a couple of pieces of sticks, so we can make the diamond hammer that way. And did I have some iron? I think I did. I've got 10 iron there. That's exactly enough. Thankfully enough, wasn't planned. And we can just fill that recipe in like this. And this is the X Compressium hammer. Now, what I don't know about this is if it needs any kind of input whatsoever. It just sits there. So we should probably make some more iron. Oh, look at that. And again, didn't plan that. We could make a hopper, and let's see if we can just feed stuff into this. Because if we can just dump a cobblestone generator on the top of it. And if we just grab you for a second, because this thing is actually full now. It's got 32 stacks or something along those lines. Where's the cobble gen? Cobble gen will be able to feed into the top of this hopper. Yeah. Will you feed into the auto hammer? No. Are you going to only basically hammer the block beneath you or something like that? Oh, okay. So it is feeding in. It does actually need power. FE. Another new power system. Just what modded Minecraft needs. More power systems. Okay, what on earth is FE? X Compressum. Let's see if that is Compressum. Okay, let's actually just to compress them, maybe? That should bring this up. So auto compressor we've got in here, auto sieve. So that is another way of getting sieving, I guess, going. Auto hammer. Does it tell me where it generates the power from? It doesn't. Okay, I will go and check that out. Okay, so the simplest generator I can think of, and we'll see what that actually produces FE. It used to be, I imagine people switch from RF for some reason. I'm sure there's some kind of, knowing modded Minecraft, some kind of political reason why. But that's fine for now. We'll just actually make this up and see how that goes. So just a furnace, as you might expect, without the iron in there. And let's just grab, we just need 2 redstone. We should have enough of that. Okay, so survival generator, and it should be able to do that while in contact with this. There you go. If it is compatible. RF, will it convert already from RF automatically? So let's just start this up. And will it convert? It will. Good. So that is going to extremely slowly, it seems. Yeah, produce gravel. Yeah, well, it is automatic, I guess, and that I don't need to do anything other than supply this with power. What we may well want to do is switch to something like what are the other generators? Magma generators or lava generators? Magmatic. Is there anything called lava gen? They're biogas. Let's go with a magmatic. What do you need? just gold, some lava, and a furnace generator. The furnace generator is a machine block, and everything else is fairly straightforward. It just needs redstone. And I don't have a lot of redstone at the moment. Redstone, what's the most likely chance of getting that from sifting? Because we do have all those blocks through there. Regular sifting is from dust, and in diamond it's produced 20% of the time. Do I have enough? Do I have any dust left? I thought I had some around. Maybe I don't. Ooh, there's another quest reward I haven't opened. Oh, upgrade speed ultimate, extra utilities too. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Right, I'm going to need to go and craft some dust then, which means some manual work. So let me unload this stuff in here. I was ore doubling, but then you put gravel in there and it just gives you so many iron pieces that it probably just is not worthwhile doing so. Because there's 32. You could double that to 64, but until we do it automatically, I don't think I want to be cranking that handle. You can in your world, and by all means. I've just got something essentially free here, and obviously it needs refilling, but that is fine. It's producing gravel. Eventually, what I think we'll probably want to do is output this if we can. And I wonder if it's got these slots for hammering, and I wonder if they are speed upgrades. We have enough room. Oh, we have enough diamonds to make another one, but we could just make a stone hammer. Do I have any stone rods? I do. Good. Let's just see if there is, if it takes a stone hammer. No, not sure what those slots are for anyway, but that's fine. And this is going to need some coal, so let's just grab some of this tiny coal that I've previously done, and that will keep it going. Right, we've got some more string, so I can hopefully make some more diamonds when I get some more gravel in there. So off I go to hammer more stuff. And that brings us to the close of episode 3. I've just been going and getting lots of gravel, of course, and throwing it into this, which is just manically creating resources for us now. I'm going to need to put some more chests together, so let me just get that sort of sorted out. We'll just make 8 chests. I don't have a problem with that at the moment. And I'm just going to put them... will you put there? I don't think you will you? Because that chest is right next to it. Let's just put them here for now. Then we'll get... Yeah, we can just stack stuff in here for various resources. So between the episodes, I'm going to go and probably upgrade everything in here to diamond, maybe, because we just get so much resources out of this. We actually probably want more the higher tier resources, and even though we're doing or able to do ore doubling, we get so much stuff out of this that it's probably not even worthwhile, at least not for me, manually ore doubling. We actually probably want to just think about doing it automatically, or not at all, in fact. So if we just get some more diamond, for example, you know, just get the mesh. And we can upgrade another sieve in here. You know, not all the sieves have, well, not all the sieves have meshes at the moment. There's 3 left at the back, which I'll just go straight to diamond, and then I'll replace these ones in the middle, etc., and get that going. That's causing my eyes to go crazy looking at those sieves. So yes, as you see, we've got 3 more diamond just as we go, and just the sheer amount of resources here, it's just not worth me manually doubling it until we get an automatic doubling method, of course, which then I'll be happy to actually do that. But for the meantime, you know, I've nearly got another couple of stacks here, and that's another 16 pieces and another 14 pieces, etc. We can dump that straight back through here, get some mini coal, tiny coal even, and we've got 32 iron, etc. So lots and lots of resources available. And then we need to carry on with that process, and it's just going mental over there. Fine, so we'll leave it here for this episode, I think. I hope you've liked it. There's plenty of resources, and hopefully you will like that at least. So feel free to give it a thumbs up if you have. Subscribe and share, obviously, as you normally would. If you prefer to just get notifications, click on the bell. But also, if you want to contact me on Twitter, it's @GreyDuster. You're more than welcome to ask any questions about Minecraft or Crustaceans or Factorio, anything along those sort of lines. Just let me know. I'm more than happy to help. All right, and as always, guys, Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for some more StoneBlock.